Okay, guys, so today, inshallah, we will start the revision. If we still have time at the end of the session, if you guys want to share your plans with me, it's okay, but we'll do this at the end of the session if we had enough time. Today, inshallah, we will start with chapter 2, lesson 2, talking about the life cycle of plants. So, can you guys remind me of some of the stages the plant goes through? But just please raise your hands. Okay, Muhammad.
Seedling, pollination,
Okay, just tell me
germination,
one stage. Yes.
seedling.
Okay, thank you so much, Urmini.
Germination.
Okay. Abdurrahman Kaim, can you tell me another stage?
Pollination.
Well, yes, Urmini said germination. Can you
Not
say another one?
pollination.
Pollination. Okay, I didn't hear you well. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman. Yes. Jumana, do you want to say another one?
Yes, flowering stage.
Flowering stage. Yes, that's right. So we have, as Muhammad Rugmini, Abdurrahman, and Jumana said, we have germination, then we have seedling stage and flowering stage, and then we have the pollination one. So today, inshallah, we will have a quick reminder of those stages. Let me open my. Can you guys see my screen well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, guys, if you have anything to ask, Abdulrahman, do you still have any questions? Because you're raising your hand. Okay, I think not. Muhammad, do you have any questions?
Miss, I wanted like the stages. I wanted to know which is first, second, third.
Yes, I just said them in order. We said germination, seedling stage, flowering stage, and
Pollination
then we
and
have
then
pollination.
flowering.
And we were going to do a revision now. We are going to do a revision now, Muhammad.
Even better. Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So again, guys, we are starting with chapter 2, lesson 2. Okay, we said that all plants need energy. They get the energy from the sun, and they convert it or change the sun light with the carbon dioxide they get from the air, and with water from the soil into the food they need. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And what do we call this process again?
Uh, photosynthesis process.
Yes, photosynthesis. Thank you, Muhammad. Yes. Do you guys remember the photosynthesis process? Do you remember this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's where the plants absorb the sunlight, and they can absorb
To
the
make their
sunlight
own
because
food.
they have chlorophyll in their chloroplasts in the cells. If you guys remember the cells, we used to know, or we learned that the plants in their cells they have chloroplasts, and that's something that makes them special because that helps them making their own food, because chloroplasts contain these chemical structure I'm sorry, chemicals that absorb the sunlight, um, and along with the water and carbon dioxide they start making their own food, as we said, and we call their food sugar, if you guys still remember that. So in this lesson,
I
we will be
remember.
learning about the first word, which is life cycle. What do we mean by a life cycle? It's stages the organism goes through. The life cycle doesn't only have to be with plants, it can be with other organisms. If you guys remember, I hope so. In lesson 3, we'll learn about the life cycle in some insects and some animals. So, a life cycle again is all the stages a living thing goes through from the beginning, when it's born, or when it hatches from the egg, or when the seed starts to grow. It's up to the living thing what kind of living thing we are talking about. So it's from the beginning of one generation to the next. So again, what is a life cycle? It's all the stages a living thing goes.
Stages the living thing goes through from the beginning of one generation to the next.
Yes, that's right. What kind of stages or changes does it go through? In plants, plants go through these life cycles. They have different stages during their life, from being a seed till growing into a full plant. The same for animals and insects.
Butterflies?
Yes, they also have a
Okay.
life cycle, and that's what you guys learned about in lesson 3. We will do, of course, a revision on lesson 3, but not today. So, in this lesson, we're talking about the stages of the plant's growth. Okay, so we have
Okay.
three main stages. We have germination, seedling stage, and flowering
Seedling stage.
stage.
Flowering
Yes.
stage.
So, germination, Muhammad, is the first stage because it means when the plants start to grow. So, what do you
Okay.
mean again when I say that the plant germinates? It means it
When
starts
it start to
to grow.
grow.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And roots are the first to grow in the plants, as you can see.
Yes.
This is a
Okay.
bean, guys. This is a
Yes.
bean if some of you are planting beans. And of course, this is a
Here.
time-lapsed photo. So it takes, of course, it doesn't grow that
Uh-huh.
fast.
A month.
Okay.
Okay, so again, roots are the first to come out from the seed. The seed first cracks. I'm sorry, the seed coat first cracks open and get the roots out. Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys
Okay.
Okay.
remember the seed coat? What was the job of a seed coat?
Yeah.
I know.
To
Yes.
keep the seed safe.
Thank you, Rugmini. Yes, to
Like the shelter of
protect
it.
the seed. Yes, it's a seed. The seed coat protects the seed until the conditions are right for the seed to grow up, and then it will crack open when it has the right what it needs to grow. So, guys, please next time try to answer when raising your hands. Okay, but thank you, Rugmini and Muhammad. Thank you for being active today. Thank you so much. It's
You're
as usual, yeah. Okay, the next stage is the seedling stage. And in this stage, a new plant is formed, which means like we can see now roots, stem, and maybe some leaves. So the leaves are the food maker, if you guys
the
remember.
food makers.
Exactly. They are the one responsible for making
Okay.
food.
They're the
And
chef.
before growing leaves, the plant gets all the food it needs from the seed itself.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So until it
Okay.
grows the leaves, it just gets the food from the seed. When it starts to grow leaves, now leaves will make the food for the plant because now the plant can start the
Okay.
photosynthesis process. Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
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 So again, leaves are the food maker, and that's why leaves are always green because they in the cells that builds the leaves there are a lot of chloroplasts, and chloroplasts
Yes.
contain a green substance called chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll.
That's why the leaves are always green or
Miss,
are the
the
greenish
chlorophyll,
part of the plant. Yes.
the chlorophyll or the chloroplast, I'm not sure, gets all the colors, all colors, and the green is the only one. So it refuses all colors except green. So that's why our plants are all green. That's why.
Okay. Yes,
Hello?
that's right. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you for this information. So that's why
Hello.
we can see the green color. That's what you mean, right?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much, Muhammad. Thank you for telling us this information. Thank you so much. So again, guys, leaves are the food maker. Okay. Do you
Okay.
guys remember the other job of the parts of the plant? Like, what is the job of roots?
Yes. Yes. It's Miss, can I say this?
Yes, Rugmin, you can tell me the job of the roots.
It anchors the plant to the ground.
They what?
They anchor.
Mm,
It anchors the plant to the ground. It holds
exactly.
it to
Yes,
the
they
ground.
hold the plant to the ground and also absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Thank you so much,
The
Rugmin.
soil.
Thank you so much. Can someone else tell me the job of the stem?
Yes.
Yes, Adito, do you want to say the job? Was this Adito?
Yes.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
Adito. Can you tell me the job of the seed, the stem?
Uh, it absorbs water.
Well, it transports water, like it takes the water from the roots and deliver it to the other parts of the plant. Yes, that's right, but it
It
does
gets
not.
it stand straight.
Yes, and helps it stand straight. That's right. Thank you so much, Adito. So it's like a connection between the roots and the leaves.
The
Okay.
stem.
Yes, the stem is like a connection between the roots and the leaves. They carry the water and the nutrients from the roots and give them to the leaves so leaves can start making food. And after the food is made by the leaves, the stem again will take it and transport it to other parts of the plant. Okay? Thank you so
Okay.
much, Adito. And then we have the leaves, and those are the food maker, as we said. Can someone tell me what is the job of the flower?
Yes,
I
I
know.
know.
Yes, I
I
know.
know.
Yes, yes, Muhammad.
It makes like yes,
I know the
it
word.
grows on it like vegetables and fruits.
So
It
it makes
reproduces.
seeds, if you wanted to be
It
specific.
reproduces.
Yes, it makes seeds. Makes
Seeds.
Seed.
seeds. Yes, it
I
makes
never
seeds.
saw a seed on a flower.
It makes
Well, you don't
pollen.
see it on a flower, but the flower will then turn into a fruit, and the
Oh
fruit
yes,
has these seeds
Yeah.
inside of them.
yes, but okay.
Okay, let's move to the next stage, which is the flowering stage. And in the flowering stage again is when the plant grows and develops flowers. I mean, from the name of the stage. And then that takes us to pollination, which is the stage where the plant, it's like one of the stages where the plant starts making seeds. Okay, so now it has to start with pollination first. Can someone remind me what pollination means?
I know.
Is this Muhammad?
Adito.
Yes, Adito.
Uh, pollination means to get the pollen to reproduce.
Yes, it's when the pollen moves from the answer to the stigma in the flower. If you guys remember the parts, we'll just go through them right now. So thank you so much. It's when pollination starts to move from one flower to another. But first, we have to learn that the flower has two parts. Some flowers have two parts, male and female. Other flowers are actually male only or female only. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
But some flowers carry both. Male is the boy parts and female are the woman's parts, okay? So do you guys
Miss,
remember what is the difference between male and female, right?
Yes, Miss. Can I
Yes.
say something?
Yes?
Miss,
Miss, hello.
did your plant grow?
Well, unfortunately, they are not growing yet. They will take really long time, yeah, Basil.
Hello,
But thank you for asking. Yes, Muhammad.
Miss. Can I say something about pollen?
Yes.
It has petal and another pollen. It has also stamina and filament,
Well,
sepal and
stamen is the name of the male
conducive.
part. Yes, thank you so much, Muhammad. But stamen is the name of the male parts, okay? And the
Yes,
stamen is made up of two parts. You said filament, right?
filament and another contain pollen.
Answer, yes. It's called answer.
Yes,
Yes, that's right.
and
Answer, yes.
yes,
That's right. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Yes. So the
yes.
male part is called stamen and it's made up of two parts. The rounded one on the top is called answer, and the long stem like thing, it's called filament. Okay. The one in the middle in here, it's the stigma. Let me change my pointer. Give me a minute.
That receives the pollen.
Yes, this is the part of the female that receives the pollen. That's right. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you so much.
Yes. It's in it pistil and style ovary,
Yes.
and
Uh,
the stem of the pollination process is called penducil.
the what?
The stem of the very small stem in the flower itself. Do you know it?
No, I really can't understand what you're saying.
Miss, the stem, the small
I think
stem
you're talking
in
about
flower.
stigma.
The small stem and flowers?
Yes, it's called penducil. The one, the
You mean
very
the one
small
in
and
the
thin
middle in here?
one.
Or you're talking about the
Yes.
regular leaves? What is it
No, no,
called?
not the regular one. It's called penducil.
Bendusel?
Yes.
You mean bedunka?
No, penducil. It's called penducil.
You mean beduncle? It's called beduncle.
Uh, Both can be accepted.
Okay, just Muhammad, let us move move now a little bit faster. But thank you for these information. Thank you so much. I think you are so interested in plants.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much, Muhammad. Yes. So again, guys, this is the male parts, which is called stamen in here, and it's made up of the rounded part on the top, which makes pollen. It's called anther. This is the part responsible for making the pollen, and then we have filament going down there. It's like looking like stem. Okay, and pollen will move from the anther to the stigma. As you guys can see, the stigma in here is one of the parts that makes the female reproductive system in the plants. Okay, so it starts with the stigma, and then we have the style, and at the bottom we'll see the ovary in the next page. But now we know that pollination is when pollen moves from anther to stigma, or we can say when it moves from one flower to another. Okay, so we have two different types of pollination. So it can happen inside the flower itself, as you guys can see. And this is what we call self-pollination, is when the pollination process happens in the same flower, like pollen moves from the anther to the stigma in the same flower. So it's not getting any outside pollination pollens. And in here you can see how the pollen moves into the stigma, and then it will move down into the style to the ovary, where ovules are found, where eggs are found. Okay, and then the pollen will join the egg in order to make seeds. Can you see, guys, seeds are forming?
Yes.
Yes, we used to call
Yes.
seed fertilized egg. Remember when we said fertilized egg means egg along
Yes.
with pollen, and that means it's a seed now.
Yes, we
Yes.
remember. I remember.
Look,
Yes.
here is the stem that
After
I was
seeds
talking.
are formed, can you see, Muhammad, what happens here? The ovary developed and became a fruit. Can you see that?
Yes,
Yes.
it's an
With all
onion.
the seeds inside of it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so again,
But
guys,
not not
let's
an onion.
absorb this again. Let's absorb this again. You will see the pollen, okay, moving, of course, from the anther to the stigma. And here it will settle on the stigma, and then it will move down the style. Can you guys see? To the eggs down there, so he can fertilize the egg. Fertilize. So when I say fertilized egg, it means it's an egg with pollen now. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, can you guys tell me where are eggs found or made? They are made inside the ovary. Okay? This rounded shape
Okay.
down
Okay.
there.
The ovary.
Okay.
Okay, now the fertilized egg will develop into a seed, and the ovary will then develop into a fruit that carries all the seed inside of it. Okay?
Okay.
What helps in pollination are some animals like bees. They are so famous with this. They help in the pollination because they move the pollen along on their body. Can you see this picture? You'll see the bee covered with
Yes.
all of it. It's covered with pollen. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes. So the bee will, feed on the nectar from the flower, and during this, the pollen will stick to the body of the bees. So when they move to another flower, the pollen can now stick to the stigma. And here,
Okay.
more obvious. Can you see what happened? The bee helped in
Yes.
the
Yes.
process. Yes, it helped in this process. It carried the pollen from one flower to another. And this is called cross
Miss,
pollination.
I'm sorry.
This is called cross
Okay.
pollination,
My
guys.
Okay.
Yes?
I joined again.
I cannot hear you, sweetie. Who's talking?
Layla.
Yes, Leila.
Miss, my laptop just died, so I left. So
It's okay. It's okay. Do
I
not
joined in
worry.
my phone.
It's okay. The
Okay.
session will be recorded anyway and will be uploaded. So do not worry about that. It's okay. So can you guys see what happens now? The bee carries the
Yes.
pollen from one flower to another. This is called cross pollination. You will learn about the two different types in grade 5 or 6. You will learn about those.
Okay.
The pollination can also happen by the wind. So it
Okay.
doesn't only have to depend on the animals. It can also happen by wind or by water. You can see in here in this picture how the pollen moves from one plant to another by the water movement. Can you
Yes.
see that?
Yes.
Yes. Some plants cannot develop seeds, but they still need to grow, right? They
Yes.
still need to produce new plants. And in this case, they don't grow seeds, but they have something else called spores. And those are microscopic structures that can grow into a new plant also. So in here we have the
Okay.
famous example. This is fern. And fern, guys, is a vascular plant, which means like it's made up of tubes. If you guys remember from term 1, we learned about the two types of
Yes.
plants, vascular and non-vascular plants.
And
So fern
non-vascular.
was, it's okay, Hamza, it's okay. Don't worry. The session, anyways, is recorded and it will be uploaded, so you will not miss anything. But thank you for informing me. Thank you, Hamza. Are you with us now?
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Habibi. So, fern, again, guys, was a famous example of the vascular plants that cannot make seeds or produce seeds, and it just grow
Okay.
up by producing spores. Can you see the spores on its
Okay.
leaves?
Yes.
Yes, and these spores, again, are microscopic structures, and then they grow into a new plant.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, this is the life cycle of the plants that grow with spores. So, as you guys can see, the spores are formed on the leaves, and then when it's time for them to grow, the spores will fall on the ground and turn into a whole plant, and then the plant will again make spores, and it's like a cycle. It does not stop at this point.
Okay.
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 Okay. Let's
Okay.
move to the study sheet in here. So, guys, this stud sheet, of course, is found on the SMS if you want to revise after the session. In here, we mentioned the sun is very important because it gives energy to almost everything on the earth. Most living things get the energy to live from the sunlight. I mean, every food chain starts with a producer. If you guys remember the food chain, we said it starts with a producer,
Yes.
which is an organism that makes its own food using the sunlight energy. Green plants and algae
Okay.
use this solar energy. What do you mean by solar energy again? It's the energy from
The sun.
the sun. Yes, that's
The
right.
sun.
Guys, is Rugmini the only student with us today? Where are the other people?
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
Yes, I want to hear
Here.
your voices, guys. Muhammad, Aditu, Abdurrahman Karim, and Rugmini, we're the only one talking today. Where are the others? Why aren't you guys joining us? Wahba, I cannot hear your voice. Guys, please try to focus, okay? We're doing this revision so you guys can remember what did we study about this term. So again,
Okay.
green plants use the solar energy, which is the energy from the sun, and they change it into food by the photosynthesis process. In this process, the plant doesn't
Okay.
only use sunlight, doesn't use the sunlight only, it uses water, carbon dioxide.
Water, carbon dioxide.
Yes, because plants breathe like we do, guys, but they breathe carbon dioxide and they combine it with the sunlight to,
Form sugar
yes,
and oxygen. For
yes, make sugar
give
and
sugar
oxygen.
and oxygen.
Yes, sugar is the food for the plants, but oxygen is
Oxygen,
actually
that's
a
where we
waste.
breathe.
Oxygen is
Oxygen is a waste.
Yes, thank you, Aditu. Yes, oxygen is a waste. They do not need it. And then we breathe this oxygen and produce carbon dioxide, which is a waste for us, but it's important for plants to breathe.
okay.
Okay? Plants use the sugar
Okay. Okay.
for food. Yes, Farida.
Miss Noah, I'm sorry that I joined so late. I had a map exam test.
It's okay, sweetie. The session is recorded anyway. It will be uploaded on the YouTube today. So you can
Okay.
see it maybe at the end of the day if you want.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
So you will not miss anything. So again, guys, sugar is the name of the food for the plants make. And of course, this food provides the
Okay.
energy the plant needs, okay, to grow and make seeds and stay healthy, all of that. Okay? Plants
Okay.
grow
Okay.
from seeds again, and we learned that flowering plants grow from seeds. If you guys remember from term one, flowering plants were the
Yes.
plants that made seeds. If you guys
Seeds.
remember, well, a
Yes,
seed
I
is,
remember.
yes, I know, Rumini, I know you do. A seed is
Miss,
formed
they
when an
make the
egg
egg
is
fertilize.
fertilized, if you guys remember. And we said, what do we mean by a fertilized
Yes.
egg? It's an egg
It's an egg with pollen.
with pollen. Yes, thank you, Rugmini. Thank you so much for being active today.
Mr.
Yes, Jaida?
And we get the seed from the fruit. From
And
the
get the
fruit
seed
to
from the
grow
fruit.
up.
We find them inside the fruit. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Jaida. So each
You will-
seed holds a tiny plant inside of it, which we call, can you guys remember this word?
Embryo.
Perio, yes. This is
Yes,
baby.
embryo, embryo.
Yes.
Okay.
We learned about the stages. We said that we start with germination. We just talked about this. This is the first stage where the plant starts to grow. Okay, so
Okay.
the seed coat cracks open to get the roots out of it.
The
Roots are
roots
the
out.
first to grow, yes, and they start growing downwards into the soil. Okay, and inside the seed,
Okay.
we'll find the tiny plant, which we call embryo, and it's surrounded by
Embryo.
food. This is how the plant keeps on growing without making its own food because it doesn't have any leaves yet. So it just gets the food from the seed itself. Then we move to the
Okay.
seedling stage where the plant starts to, like grow stem and leaves. Stem, of course, pushes upwards. And that's why
Okay.
we have a part of the plant on top of the soil,
Yeah.
which we call the stem and the leaves.
Uh-huh.
And we
That's
call it also, guys, do you know that we call it the shoot system? This is called the shoot system, the one that grows
yes.
above the
Yes.
ground. And we
Yeah.
have root
Okay.
system, which is made up of roots under the ground. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
since leaves are there, now they will start making food for the plants. Then we have
Okay.
the flowering stage where the plants develop flowers. And after this, I'm sorry, we'll have the pollination stage where pollen is made. And pollen is the male sex cells. It contains all the genetic of the male. Okay. And then we learned that
Okay.
colors, why do plants come in different colors again? So they can attract.
Attract
You guys see this
birds.
word? Yes.
Attract birds and insects.
And exactly. So they can attract we call them pollinators. Those are the animals that help
Pollinators.
in the pollination thing. Okay. So that's why
Okay.
the flowers have these certain or special scents, like special smells. Maybe sometimes they are not
Okay.
attractive to us, but it's attractive to the pollinators, as we said.
Flower is
Other
very
Okay.
smart.
Can you guys see in
Okay.
here when I zoom in the picture? Some bats help in the pollination. Some bats feed on the nectar of the
Yes.
flowers. Yes.
Yes.
Even some birds.
Yes, and birds, hummingbirds, for example, they help in this process
Yeah.
really much. I mean, they feed on the nectar of the flowers and also help in the pollination.
Yes.
Yes,
They get
it's
the
a
pollen.
positive relationship between both of them.
They get the pollen and put it in anywhere to
Yes.
grow
I
on
can't
its
hear
own.
you again. Please come again.
The birds or the animals take the pollen to
Mm-hmm.
put it in another plant to grow.
Yes, they carry the pollen from one flower to another. Is what you
Yeah.
meant?
Yes.
Yes. So in here, guys, we have, thank you so much, Jaida. Is this Jaida?
Yes.
Thank you, Jaida. Thank you for being active today. So in here, guys,
Yeah.
we can see the parts of the plant, of the flower. In here, this is, of course, a flower carrying both male and female parts. The male part, as we said,
Okay.
is called stamen. This is the
Salmon.
main part, yes. And it's made up of an upper part called anther, and this is the one responsible for making the pollen. And a down or a part
Filament.
downside,
Filament.
it's
It is
called
called
filament.
filament.
Help us to stand up straight like this. And you can see here, this is the
Pistil.
female part.
Pistil.
Yes, this
The
is the
pistil.
yes,
Pistol.
the pestle. Yes, this is the name of the female part. It's made up of three parts: stigma,
Stigma.
which is
Stigma,
the upper
style,
part.
ovary.
Yes, and remember, stigma is always sticky. Stigma sticky
Yes.
because it helps the
To
pollen to
stick the
stick
pollen
to it.
grains.
Yes. And then we
Ah.
have the long tube that carries the pollen downwards to the
Style.
ovary, which we call style. And then we have the ovary, which is the rounded part down there that makes up the eggs.
The
And
seeds. Egg,
also seeds
fertilized
are
eggs or
found
seeds.
inside of it. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's right. And of course, the life cycle of plants keeps on going. It does not stop. That's why we call it cycle. And there's a question saying, after germination, which comes first, the flowers or the leaves?
The leaves.
The leaves,
The
yes, that's
leaves comes
right. The
before
seedling
the
stage
flowers.
is before the flowering stage. Yes, that's right. So that was the revision for today, guys. I hope you still remember
Okay.
this lesson from the beginning of this term.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So do you guys who someone at the beginning of the session said that they started planting helba?
Miss, I want to show you my plant. It's growth leaves.
Yes, you can show it to us, but guys, we have less than 5 minutes, so I
I
will
want to
see
show.
limited numbers. I cannot see all of you, but yes, Adito, you can show it to us right now.
Miss, can I show it after Dito?
Yes, Farida, you can show it after Adito. Yes, Adito, are you not sharing anything? I can't see anything from you. Did you open your camera, Adito? Okay, now let me spotlight you first. Yes, I can see that. Well done. Yes, I can see your plant growing some leaves now. Yes, this is the garlic. This is a really long root for the garlic. Well done. Well done, Edito. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, Farida, now you can show it to us.
This is how it
Nice. The
grows.
roots are getting thicker and thicker. Well done.
Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you.
Just give it time and you'll find some stem growing up, like from the upper part of the onion.
Oh my God.
Yes, just give it time. You will see that. Do you have something else to share with us?
No, I only planted the onion.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Pilar, you can show it to us now if you want, or you have a question. Pilar, you're raising your hand.
Show you my plant.
Yes, Pilar, you want to show us your plant?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I can see it. Yes, I can see it now. Well done, Pilar. Yes, I can see it. Well done. Well done, Pilar. Okay, guys. I will not be able to see all of you, unfortunately, because we have only 2 minutes left. Okay. So who else is not planting حلبة? Tahir, can you remind me what are you planting?
I remember he planted.
Miss, I'm planting Rihan.
Yes, Basil, I know, but you showed it to me yesterday. Okay, guys, you know that
Miss,
tomorrow is the day off. Tomorrow is the day off, but I promise you on
why?
Wednesday I will see all of your plans, okay?
Miss, I planted helva and it made leaves.
That's
Miss,
nice.
tomorrow
That's nice.
off.
Miss, I
Okay, guys,
planted
Have
we have
and
less
green.
than less
2
than 2
minutes.
minutes now. So I will not be able to see all of you guys because the meeting will end after the 40 minutes.
The meeting hates
Anyway,
us.
on Wednesday, this Wednesday, inshallah, the one after tomorrow, I promise you guys that I will see all your plans, okay? I will see it at the beginning of the session.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so you guys can raise your hands also, like on Wednesday, and I will see you in order, see all the plans and how they are developing. Because today we don't have enough time, unfortunately. Do you guys
Okay.
have any questions before leaving?
No,
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Miss, you mean
grade 4.
how?
Yes?
Miss, you mean what? Tomorrow off?
Tomorrow we don't have sessions tomorrow. There are no sessions tomorrow
Why?
because it's I think it's something about the Christian day, something like that. I really don't remember what it's called, but it's a day off tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, guys. See you next tomorrow. See you on Wednesday, inshallah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
النهارده يوم الاثنين صح؟ طب
Yes,
ليه
today
يعني
is Monday. Tomorrow is a day off. So on Wednesday, I will see all your plans, guys. See you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.